So much of Cordoba's reputation is built around one absolutely mental building. And that raised a pretty big question for me. Once I'd seen the world-famous mosque cathedral thing, what else was there? Is this a proper city break destination in its own right? Or was I better off just popping in for a day trip? I've came here to find out. I'm Ronnie, and my travel style can be a little intense. I like to see it all, do it all, and experience everything that a place has to offer. So if you're up for a really immersive travel experience, you're in the right place. The main way into the city is across this impressive Roman bridge. It dates back to the 2nd century. So if you know anything about Spanish history, not that I claim to know a lot, but pretty much everybody was here. The Visigoths, the Moors, the Romans, in Cordoba in particular, they've all left their mark somewhere on this city. And this is probably the most notable contribution of the Romans. So chonky. You're guided in by two old gatehouses, the Torre de la Calahorra on one side and the Puerta del Puente on the other. What's a big Roman bridge without a big Roman gate? I mean, as far as bridges go, it's kind of functional, right? It's not got many embellishments, but it's still standing, which I guess is its primary purpose as a bridge. Oh God, it's swarmed by flies. Oh, so this is a shit most people don't show you. Kind of spoils the pretty scene. But the city looks nice behind me. You can't stop. You can't stop for too long because of the flies. There we go, that's a view you want. Now, to get your head around Cordoba, you have to picture what it was. In the 10th century, this was the capital of the caliphate, the Islamic Empire in Spain. And for a time, it was the most important city in the Western world. At a time when London and Paris had populations in tens of thousands, it's thought Cordoba was home to nearly 500,000 people. It was the first city in Europe with street lights and paved roads. So the question isn't just what's left, but how you begin to read a city like this. It's a city built in visible layers. Everywhere you look, new history has been constructed directly on top of the old, and you can still see the original foundations poking through. Understanding that seemed like the key to this place. Oh, that's a big pool. And the best place to start reading those layers is right here. Work on the Great Mosque kicked off in 785 AD. Alright, so I'm coming to visit the main attraction here in Cordoba, the Mezquita, or mosque. And this courtyard on the front is the Patio de las Naranjas, all these orange trees, although there are no oranges on them at the minute. See, look, this is how they would have irrigated the trees. This would have been water channels. So lots of people seem to be here on guided tours. I'm not doing that because, well, I don't want to. Walking around in a big herd, look at them. The architecture's just stunning. I believe inside it's just one giant space from looking at the map. Just looks like one enormous open space with all these pillars obviously supporting the roof. The builders used what was known as spoiler. Basically, they recycled architectural bits from old Roman temples and Visigothic churches. Each one of these 856 pillars is actually a piece of a conquered world. Because the columns were all different heights, the architects came up with this really clever fix, a two-tiered arch system to even things out. The upper arch is Roman. You can see it's a perfect classic semicircle. But the lower one is a Visigothic horseshoe arch. Notice how it curves inwards at the bottom, looking more like a keyhole. This combination is a brilliant bit of engineering. The centre places the mihrab. That's the ornate decorated niche in the wall of a mosque that indicates the direction of Mecca for prayer. The mosaic work here is pretty cool, a gift from the emperor in Constantinople. It doesn't actually point towards Mecca. The best theory is that the mosque was built on top of the foundations of an old Roman neighbourhood, so its walls simply follow the original Roman street grid, not the true direction for prayer.
For 500 years it was a mosque. Then in the 16th century the cathedral authorities ripped the centre out to build this massive Renaissance cathedral right in the middle.
So I think when they reconquested, is that the right word? From the Moors, they loved their buildings, their architecture so much that they didn't destroy any of them. They kept them and repurposed them. It is really unusual. You got these arches, and then they've added the Gothic roof on top. So it is now that's why we don't have to take our shoes off and wash our hands, because it's not a mosque, it's a cathedral. Again, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok of like these spaces. And it's always like really picturesque, totally empty. No other people in it. Like beautiful photos. I don't know how long people waited to be able to do that. I'm not doing that. There's some fancy looking books. You know when you used to like cover your books in school? It's kind of like that, but you know, they've used like their granny's curtains and silverware. And that's what the posh kids do. It's quite a labyrinth of a space. Because of all the arches, it's kind of hard to know what bit you're at. This bit here must be the original roof. I think this is more like what it would be like as a mosque. I guess it made sense for the Moors to keep it dark like this because it's so hot outside. So it would have been nice and cool. And here, God, look at this arch. We got one of these at home. And it's just weird. So you've got the old arch and the stained glass window. And then is that a Gothic ceiling? Kind of. Yeah, because this is more. God, it's a real mix. You've got all that, and then you've got Christ on the cross. There's actually quite a lot of interest here. Like, there's a lot of. It's not like the same, although these stripy arches go throughout. There's quite a lot that's. I don't know if it's unique because it's so big, but even here, look, these pillars, not the little ones, that one, the decoration of that, and that arch, they're all different. And when this pillar comes down on this side, it's completely different to the arch over there. I've got some of the original windows here as well. Oh, that woman will just get out of the way. I got a nice shot of that. Move! Oh, no, we're going to stand right in the middle. For sure. No, fuck off. See, this is why it's impossible. Oh, that's the entrance. But yeah, really nice. Quite interesting. Definitely worth €13 to come and see. It's quite a unique site. Back out into the patio. That was cool. I suppose that is a case of ticking something off, right? Gonna have to come here and do that. What have we got here? Oh, I wonder if these are original bits of the structure. I've got my ND filler on, you can't really see it, but there you go. It's bits of wood on a wall.
Nearby is the Alcazar de los Reyes Cristianos.
So I guess unfortunately a lot of this is currently under restoration, but it's got to be done, right? The plus side of that is probably also combined with the fact it's the hottest part of the day. It's pretty quiet. It seems pretty quiet anyway.
This fortress was right at the centre of things. Here, Catholic monarchs planned the end of the 700-year-long Reconquista, the long campaign by the Christian kingdoms to reclaim Spain from Muslim rule, while also having meetings with some guy called Chris Columbus.
Love the courtyards. They're just beautiful. Oh, I really want to jump in that water. Or even just take my shoes off and put them in that. It's lovely. Oh, shade.
In here, one era was ending and another was just beginning. And after all that, it became the base for the Spanish Inquisition for 3 centuries. Pretty awful, feared tribunal set up to enforce Catholic orthodoxy, but we'll not go into that. You can feel the intensity, though, of the history in the walls around here.
There's quite extensive gardens here. Not quite like the Alcazar in Sevilla. It's very nice. God, they've really decided to do all their restoration works at once. It's a bit of a shame, really. These are all fountains. These are fountains. They'll be the saddest little fountains I've ever seen. What is the point, though? You can see what would have been the nice fountains. It's pretty extensive. Shade, give me shade. So, without the towers, the mosaic hall, the fountains, you're basically left with the patio. This little bit of the building that isn't like particularly well decorated, and gardens. And like in between, you just got random bits of like construction materials being stored. I don't know, is there a point where this should just close? Or just let the entry be free because you're not getting to see the attraction properly? The site properly? Alcazar de Cordoba. You're getting a needs improvement from me. Could be better. But that's pretty much it. No way else to see, because it's closed.
For a complete change of pace, you've got Palacio de Viana. Going from the grim fortress to this place was a real head spinner. It's famous for its 12 different courtyards, or patios.
Look how tall the orange trees have grown. Well, that sound of water is making me need to go to the toilet. As relaxing as it is. Oh, that's quite a pretty patio. So it was also known as the Garden of the Dogs, but no explanation why.
It also shows how the idea of the patio changed. The traditional Islamic design was a private hidden garden, but here you see patios like Courtyard of the Bars, with huge windows looking onto the street. It's kind of a way of saying, hey, we're rich. We want you to see that we're rich.
A lovely little pool, but what an awful noise it's making. God, I want to swim in that. It's like a little hedge garden. Is it a maze? No, if it's a maze. I mean, I'll get lost if it is. Oh, and there's a big ball. Ah, here's the big ball. It's not a big ball after all. It's like a hut. That's lovely though. My God, is it hot out here. It's just like a tease with all this water. Like, I want to put my feet in it at least. Just let me splash about in it like a duck. Whack. I think I'm getting to that point where I've been on my own for too many days. I'm just going a little bit crazy. Beautiful though. It annoys me that this is off center, but you know, who am I? I'm not the designer. The dogs have their patio and the cats have their courtyard.
That's a pretty cool place. For €8.50. Definitely worth seeing. As soon as you step into the narrow streets of the old Jewish quarter, the city noise kind of melts away. Founded back in the 8th century, it's easy to get completely lost in here. Oh, beautiful courtyard. Beautiful looking building. Casa de las Palas. Is that not House of the Turkeys? They're all so cool. And this one's actually open properly on the other side. Needs to be some sort of art gallery or something. Oh, it's busier here. Oh wow, look at this street. So cute. After a few wrong turns, I found tucked away the Cordoba synagogue. Built around 1315, it's one of only 3 original medieval synagogues left in all of Spain. Quite little. Away from the main sites, I started to get a feel for the modern city's pace in its plazas. The Plaza de la Corredera is a grand 16th century square. That's huge. Lovely. I mean, there's not a great deal going on here, considering its size. It's pretty quiet. A lot of the lower parts of it are all sort of closed up. A couple of restaurants and stuff with seating out in the main bit of the plaza, but mostly empty. Now, there's a big gate there. I'm more interested in this little one here, because it looks cuter. I always say I just like wandering around cities aimlessly, but I feel like it's quite rewarding in Cordoba. Maybe not on this occasion, we'll find out. No, I've seen nicer alleyways. But you don't know if you don't try. Well, Plaza de las Tendillas is more the commercial heart of the city. They're just nice, normal places to see daily life in Cordoba unfold. Looks like a fancy hotel. Look at the bank. That's so cool. Who's this dude? The Grand Captain of Cordoba. For me, the real charm in Cordoba is finding its quiet spots. Like sitting on a bench in Jardin de la Merced to take the weight off for a bit. Very shady, lots of big trees, nice big fountain in the middle. Pretty quiet as well, because it's a good sort of 15-20 minutes away from the main sort of old town centre. Then you've got this little thing, the Cristo de las Faroles. Apparently there's a local ghost story about a mysterious hooded figure who would show up here every night at midnight. Luckily I'm here during the day. I'm just so tempted by these little spaces. Look at this. So cute. Just sort of hidden. It's got quite a nice feel in the morning here. I think because the streets are all so narrow and stuff, you don't have cars, you don't have the noise of roads. And it's just like people chatting, coffees, the sound of coffees. It doesn't make sense, does it? But you know what I mean? Well, I know what I mean. Yeah, it just feels nice, very chill. Look at this building. I can't get very far here. And this is Plaza de la Concha. I just love these streets. Beautiful. By the way, the trees, like, I'm presumably they've cut it back, but it's managed to survive. Narrow, tight squeeze for me. It's very cute. Don't put your feet on the walls. I have cameras. People have been like climbing up it, right? Like supporting themselves either side. Okay, I get it. It would be annoying if that was your house.
So many beautiful little squares here. Oh, how nice is this? And then there's so much effort gone into like decoration with flowers and plants and stuff. I love it here. This might be one of my top places I've been to in the mainland. I'm going to just start keeping track. Somebody asked me the other day if I'm trying to visit every city in Spain. I'm like, probably. I've done a fair few. It's just so cute. Like, just one of this street is just nothing. It's not even notable. If it was in another town, it would be like, oh, the most beautiful street in the village. Okay, maybe not with the graffiti, but... So this street seems to be home to all the pensions or hostels. But you look inside them, they've all got these beautiful courtyards. Like, it's not the image, man. I don't know what the sleeping area is like, mind you, but... I'm always getting a little bit bored of all these nice squares. So many beautiful spaces here. I don't know if this is specifically a dog park, but there's quite a lot of dogs in it. It shoots me. It's like the opposite of the UK, like any seat that's in the sun is free and all the ones that are in the shade. And so this is Jardin Orto de Orbi. And this building over here is lovely. There's it's my kind of tree. I love this basketball court. That's so cool. A really nice little park, that. Alright, I've had my siesta. I've had dinner. I've had 4 beers. Just 4. And I'm going for a wander. But there seems to be a Fiera going on this week here. And today's like the final night of it, so I'm going to go and check that out.
The annual Feria started out in the 13th century as a livestock market. Today, the main action is at a dedicated fairground, and it only really gets going at night.
Okay, I think we've found the start. It feels like the whole city is here. A lot of women are dressed up in these traditional, like flamenco style dresses. I think that's what they're called. I mean, this one's chosen the colours of Barney the dinosaur. Well, this will be cool. Dark. And it's all quickly cut to shot with it dark and all up. These sellers, all selling. You normally see them on the streets, like ready to, you know, as soon as the police come, pull their sheets up. They've all got fake, but seems to be just accepted here. The police just drove past. So if you want to get all your counterfeit goods in one place, Nike trainers for $14.99. So many people. I think it's mostly over this way, but it seems to spread all the way down there as well. Oh my god. This is huge. This is like an sorry, there's too much going on. I don't know where to look or where to go. It's very cool. This big fountain. I think there's like a sports arena, and then this is like a showground, an event ground.
I guess maybe also doubles as car parking within here too. Are these all like bars and restaurants? Oh my god. So each one of these casetas is like a bar or a restaurant. Well, a lot of them seem to have stages and so there's like a whole village of these casetas. There's all bars or restaurants with bands and stuff. I guess you need to know what's on or what type of music they're playing and whatnot. And then down at the end seems to be the fairground, but there's so many of these. I was expecting it to be like one big central stage with like maybe some, you know, like we do a festival, but no, this is much more complicated than that. It's just all right. Like fairground attractions on this side. I can't go over how fucking big it is. Oh, I smell donuts. Or something that smells like donuts. Like, I know the Spanish like a party, right? I think as a nation they have more like festival days of celebration than any other country, certainly in Europe. But this is massive. And this is just the This is just the Feria de Mayo de Cordoba. Like, they'll have one in Sevilla, they'll have one in Malaga, they'll have one in every city or town. So it must be all the local bars and restaurants, and I wonder if that's why in the centre it's really quiet, because I think they're maybe closed. Wow. There we go, looks pretty now. So yeah, I wasn't quite prepared for how massive and crazy this was going to be. I thought, oh, it's like a town fair. There'll be like some flamenco dancers, there'll be some nice relaxed, soothing Spanish guitar, to chill out, it's warm. Like, no, that's like, you're going there to properly party. It's like, I mean, I've not been to many strips, but it's crazy. The thing about it is, as well, very true of Spain, is that it's for everybody. So, like, there was gay venues, there was restaurants, where people were families, there's young people, there's old people. So that's quite nice, I think. And the atmosphere is great. I'm just wasn't prepared for it. I certainly wouldn't be dressed as I am, have my backpack with my camera and everything with me. It's not that environment. But I've seen it. I'll be back in Andalucia anyway. I've been here a lot before. I'll be back again. And at least then, I can come prepared. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Kebab.
Is Cordoba a one-hit wonder or a proper city break? Well, for me, after spending time here, the answer's pretty clear. It's a genuinely fantastic destination. Once you learn to spot these layers, you start seeing that the history is absolutely everywhere. Even this old water wheel has a good story. Apparently, Queen Isabella was so annoyed by the constant creaking it made that she had it dismantled so she could get a good night's sleep. It's a really brilliant place, packed full of layers of history, and with a proper character all of its own. A city that definitely rewarded my curiosity, and I think if you give it more than just a day trip, it'll reward yours too. If you like seeing me wander around Cordoba and you want to see more content like this, please give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps. Cheers, see you soon.